So like, this is the dish, Sam. That's the dish. I might find a better one in a minute, but that's the dish. So here's a dish from a very long time ago. I was cooking this in 1990 with the brilliant John Williams at Claridge's Hotel. It's a dish of pan-fried sea bass with potato salad, pesto, tomatoes. It was amazing, that dish, and I've cooked elements of it over the years, but I reckon, and you can tell me at the end if you don't think so, that this dish, if I place this on the menu at Trinity now, in a modern format, you'd still think it was completely relevant to today. So let's see. This is sea bass, potato salad, consommé, and pesto. Okay, so there's my lovely little portions of bass. Just running the knife through the skin, not going into the flesh. This allows the oil underneath the skin to come up over the skin and give us really crispy skin, and it also looks fantastic at the end. It's always used to sort of pierce it like this. There's a lot of fat underneath the skin of the sea bass, and this just allows that fat to come up as you're cooking. And what we need is some olive oil, plenty of olive oil. It wants to be deeper than you think. I'm using a really good heavy proof pan. Doesn't need to be non-stick. I do this in cast iron most of the time. But you want to be using probably more olive oil than you think to do that. What you don't want to do is start seasoning that side of the fish. Whenever you put that fish in the pan, it's very important that you put it away from you, like so. And that pan's hot. I'm just testing it like that. I can hear it, it's hot, but it's not scorching hot. Again, away from you, like that. I'm just going to hold that fish down. The flesh is cold, so it's not going to burn me or anything. Hold that fish down. This is really important. This is going to allow that fish just to settle and the skin just to contract really naturally and slowly. If you don't do this, the fish will just buckle in the pan. What you can do is just add a little press onto that as well. Keep that control of that heat. You don't want it any faster than that. I'm going to cook this fish 90% of the way on the skin side, and that's really important. So just very gently like that. This is how to pan fry beautiful sea bass. Just going to season that with some Maldon sea salt on the back of the fish. Pop that press back on for a second and just let that settle really nicely like that. Simple. Okay, while that's going on, we're going to make the rest of this dish, which is a fantastic little salad. It's quite interesting and a little bit different. These are pink fir potatoes, which I really love. They're waxy and they're textured and they're delicious. They've been cooked, left to cool down, and then we've peeled the skin off while they're still warm, and that's really important. Just going to cut those into little slices, and they're cooked, but they stay together. Getting them cooked perfectly like that is really important. If they're crumbly, this dish kind of won't work. And if they're undercooked, it certainly won't work. I wonder if there's anyone out there that was in the kitchens at Claridge's with me in the 90s that's now watching this thinking, I know this bloody dish was an absolute nightmare. It was very popular and delicious. We only served it in the summer, and it was with the most impeccable ingredients, and it was at a time when sea bass like that was about 10 quid a kilo and everywhere, and never had a ban on it, and you know, the good old days, like the old people say. So there's my lovely potatoes, like that. Okay, can just lift that weight off now. Keep that temperature up. It's nice and settled now. Let it settle in there, let it roast away. Don't let it boil, but also don't let it burn, and don't let that temperature come up too high. Okay, potatoes into my bowl. Keep them whole, treat them gently, like so. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit odd. Into this bowl, we're gonna put chicken consommé. So stay with me on this. I've just made some delicious chicken consommé. This goes into the bowl. It's really important also that it's hot. So it goes in there hot and steeps the potatoes like so. There's my chicken consommé in with my potatoes. In there goes some olive oil, really good olive oil. In there goes some nice salt and pepper. So we're sort of enhancing the flavour of those. This is like a mixed pepper of red peppercorns as well as black as well. That goes in there now. There we go. Just cover that in some cling film. Let that stay like that. Leave it to sit for about half an hour. Chicken stock, olive oil, salt, pepper, They're just going to go into the potatoes, but they're also forming a really big part of the sauce for this dish. So leave those there. Bass is coming on really nicely. Just going to take that fat and just pour it over the back of the fish. Start to cook the other side of that fish now. You'll note as well that fish is actually stuck to that non-stick pan. That's okay. I'm really comfortable with that. That's all right. That's the sugars from the fish sticking to the pan. Eventually they're going to release naturally, and that's when we know we're cooked. So just baste the fish like that. Keep it ticking over for a second. It's about half cooked now. Okay, the other lovely ingredient to this is my wonderful tomatoes, these are whole plum tomatoes. We've just blanched them as you normally would, 10 seconds in boiling water, peel away the skin. We've then olive oil, thinly sliced garlic, and then dehydrated them in a dehydrator. But you can just put them in an oven at 50 degrees for about 4 hours. They just shrink up, they intensify, and they're going to play a really big part in this dish. Okay, to make this dish, this is the slightly quirky thing about this dish. It's not my dish, this is John Williams' dish. So what we do, we take our potatoes in our consommé and we lift them out into a bowl or whatever to dress them. This is not the finishing bowl, this is just to dress them. That's probably enough potatoes. Like that. And then we want a couple of spoonsful of this consommé. And the consommé is important. It's just that richness that we use. Kind of, if you wanted to make something more intense than the sum of its parts, consommé would be the way to do that. We take some hand chopped pesto. This is basil pesto. Nothing quirky. It's not nettle or rocket pesto. Loads of that in there. And what happens is, tiny bit too much consommé there. I'm going to tip that out. And always put back in. You can't add. You can't take out. So I'm just going to mix that now. And it just makes the most amazing dressing with the consommé and the pesto and the potatoes together. And that can take a little bit more of that consommé. Right, and what we're going to do, I'm now going to start to dress that in the dish. Place these potatoes around. This is a warm potato salad with pesto, olive oil, tomatoes, and a cracking piece of sea bass. Okay, in the centre of that, I'm just going to place one of these beautiful tomatoes, nudge that in like that, and then we're going to take this dressing, and we're going to flood the plate with that. And the mixture of that olive oil, basil pesto, the consommé. Right, back to my fish now. Just going to baste that over the top one more time. I'm going to add a little knob of butter. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not trying to sort of make beurre noisette. Just give that fish a little shimmy, and it'll just turn over like that. So, I'm going to cut that fat with a little bit of this lemon juice. Always nice with fish at the end. And just run that over the back of the sea bass. And you've got that really lovely skin, crispy skin, golden brown. Utterly delicious. What happens is you've got the butter and the lemon juice and you're just sort of finishing it, it's glazing that fish. I used to cook hundreds and hundreds of these. And that is perfectly cooked in the centre. That's just going to sit a little bit offset of that tomato. I'm going to take a couple of these little compressed basil leaves in there as well. We used to use basil peluches. I'm not sure how relevant they are anymore. This is compressed basil, the new way. Let's put a couple of little basil in there. So there you go. That's sea bass with potato salad, pesto, tomato and basil. It is an amazing dish. It takes me right back. It's quite emotional, that nostalgia of cooking that dish. I had some pretty gnarly services cooking that dish. Thank you, chef. I really appreciate it. That is a great dish to have in my armoury. Enjoy. Just think, it's probably the first posh, expensive fish I ever ate in a restaurant. And I just thought it was a magical moment. And that crispy skin almost has that sort of fish and chip flavour. It's that roasted, that fried thing. It's beautiful. And the potato salad is intense, but so delicious. And at a sort of warm temperature. It was really nice. I'm hoping that tomato will just bring the right level of acidity to kind of break everything. I don't know if it's refined enough for Trinity like this. It would need to be sharpened up a little bit, made easier to eat with the way we are now. But that's absolutely relevant. Enjoy.